here's your host, Bobby Bones.
I mean, how late did you stay up watching, or did you watch any election coverage?
I did. Probably 10 something. And then I was asleep. Fell asleep, actually.
Did you fall asleep watching it?
Yeah, I had it on, and then at one point I kind of closed my eyes and I woke back up. It was still on, and so I turned it off.
To me, it felt like a decent game, and I don't like turning games off. I'm like, I wonder who won, especially if I like bet on it. And so I was like, I just had to go. I'm going to turn it off, and when I wake up, it'll still be going. Woke up, wasn't going anymore. I was like, oh, wow, how about that? It's over. I was kind of glad it's over because I just let it be. Whatever happens, like, just let's go. Let's get it over with. So we can move in whatever direction. And so I did a pretty good job at separating myself because I have a buddy that, and this is a great comparison. He was watching the stupid Chiefs game. He turned it off when it went to overtime. And I was like, how in the world would you do that? That's exactly the same, by the way. The Chiefs going to overtime in the present.
Same deal.
Yeah.
So that's how you feel about me going to sleep at 10?
No.
Oh.
I couldn't believe he just turned off the game and at such a big point. They were going to overtime. And I was like, you stay and watch the whole game? This, I felt like the game was going to go, if that analogy was, I felt like it would go for another 3 or 4 hours.
I understand now. Yes.
If they were like, in the next 30 minutes, we're going to announce a winner, I would be like, well, I'm going to stay up and watch this. Like Patrick Mahomes, overtime, just won the coin toss. I'm going to go ahead and turn in. It's like, how
It's
could
healthy.
you do that?
It doesn't mean you're like impacted by
football when you stay and you watch the whole football game.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'll wake up and figure it out.
No. If you watch the whole football game, you have to watch. If they go to overtime,
you spent 2.5 hours watching the game.
It just means you're not like gonna be so invested in something that really doesn't matter.
Ooh.
But you already were very invested, or you wouldn't have spent 2.5 hours in it when you have 2 young children.
Are we talking about someone in here?
No.
Oh.
No, because nobody has 2 young children.
No.
Oh yeah, true. Wow.
Unless Lunchbox already is ignoring like the other ones.
yeah.
Possible.
Well, I didn't know what year this happened.
Like last week.
Oh, I've
like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Cool. Who won? Who won that game?
The Chiefs did.
Chiefs did.
But I was just in
We
shock
stayed up.
because we were watching the game, and I was watching the game, and I asked him the next day. I said, "Hey, I asked him it's about fantasy because he ended up winning his fantasy game, and I was like, did you score any points in overtime to win your game?" He goes, "I don't know. I went to sleep." I said, "I know you were awake at the coin toss." He goes, "Yeah, I just turned it off right then." I was like, "You watched the whole game and went to sleep right then?" He goes, "Yeah, I was tired." I don't think I would have been. My body wouldn't have allowed me to be tired.
Right, I know, but y'all, it's crazy to me. Y'all don't see that as healthy. Like I feel he's healthy. That sounds healthy.
It's unhealthy
to me.
to not want to watch the end of that game.
I mean, it's
Especially when
literally
you've
another
spent so
15
much
minutes.
time on it, and it's so little time. I felt like it was unhealthy for him to just be like,
Right.
shutting it down.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, by the time he goes
That's
up and
crazy.
brushes teeth, and it's over.
Okay.
It's very unhealthy for us, but we all,
Whatever.
as sports fans, we couldn't believe he turned it off with like literally 12 minutes to go after you. He spent
12 minutes, like for real, or 12 minutes on the?
No,
'cause-
for real.
for real because it's overtime. It's also
Okay.
it's basically sudden death-ish. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
it. That's unbelievable.
Okay.
I can't believe it. Anyway.
Crazy.
Anyway, he's not healthy. I'll say it.
He's not.
Not healthy at all. The unexpected home gadgets that are spying on you and sending your data back to China. Whether it's your air fryer or your video doorbell, many of us now have several smart devices in our day-to-day lives, but research may have you reassessing which gadgets you keep in your home. Their findings reveal that several popular air fryers can listen to your conversations and send personal data back to China. Meanwhile, several smart speakers are stuffed with trackers, including Facebook and Google. Our research shows how smart tech manufacturers and the firms they work with are currently able to collect data from consumers, seemingly with reckless abandon, and it's done with no transparency. Daily Mail. So, to me, I think I would like to talk to an expert on this because to me and both are wrong. I just don't understand the implications as much on one. But everything's gathering information. We're on our phones. They're seeing where we are. They're geolocating us. They know what we're scrolling, what we're on social media. They know what we're watching for more than 5 seconds, what we're buying, so they keep feeding us more. Our news algorithms, they keep feeding us more of what we like, so we'll go into it. So all that I get because they're getting information and they can influence and affect you that way. But the one thing that really seems problematic to me is that they're like recording the crap I'm saying to use against me on the internet. Like they drop some stuff. You know what I mean?
No.
Like let's say you get in a fight with your spouse or you're calling your bookie. We don't have to have bookies because we have DraftKings. But I'm saying there could be a lot of stuff that you're doing that you don't want the recording of you to get on the internet. Like they're recording inside of your house.
Okay,
You're walking
gotcha.
around naked.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
Gotcha.
on the toilet. There's like 100 different things in that world that I would not want them to have.
Yeah.
The other stuff, I'm sure I just don't understand the full implications of them owning that because they're influencing me in different ways. But the recording, like, do they have recordings of me, or did AI hear it and send them data back about what I said? And to me, both are wrong. We don't like that. But although we scroll all the way down and click acknowledge, we have no idea what that says, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
I want everything. It's
Sure.
like, well, I got to, okay, scroll, checkbox.
Are you sure? Yes.
17 pages of stuff I didn't read, but why not?
Right.
But it's if they're actually recording like things that are being said in the house. Maybe you're talking about a teacher, and they're like, we got him. We do micro blackmail. Like, if thought of, how about that? That's a great Netflix show.
Oh gosh,
Not
that
good.
would be terrible.
Like micro blackmail, where it's our gadgets in our house, and they're blackmailing people in towns for like to vote for city council. I just came up with a show.
Wow.
It's a really good show.
Micro blackmail. But yeah, I think that's what I want to know.
Would any chance of you getting rid of everything?
No.
Any chance?
I'd rather them blackmail me.
My air fryer? No.
I'd rather them blackmail me than have to give up my TikTok. I just feel like even if there were, I only feel this way because we've seen it happen over generations, maybe over decades. Anytime they make a rule or a law about data and someone taking it, stealing it, getting it legally, they just find new ways around the rules because they're smarter. It's like the steroid users back in like the 80s and 90s. The reason they never got caught is because they're always one step ahead of the testing. Like, I had friends that were professional athletes, and they're like, this is the reason people don't get caught, because we know what the testing is, we know everything about it, but the usage of it is a step and a half ahead of it. So if somebody gets caught, they're stupid. It's not that the testers came at the right time and used the right. We know everything about everything they're doing. And my friend wasn't even a user, but there were other athletes around him that were. And he was like, if you got caught, you were an idiot, because we were so far ahead of it. But that's what tech is doing too, right? Any law that comes in to circumvent data not getting to them, they have it. They're ahead of it. So as soon as they go, no more speakers in air fryers, all of a sudden there's a ceiling fan AI visual that's reading our lips.
Sure.
I'm just making that up.
I
Yeah,
know.
because I even have a light bulb that I can control with my phone. Like, how does that work?
Russia, dude.
That thing's probably listening to me.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, things are. But again, they're getting the information. Like, I need an expert, because I don't know enough about how them knowing what I like is bad for me. Because that stuff I do like. Like, I was looking up some
Well,
clothes
it's
yesterday.
bad for you, but you like it.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it's always bad for me, because there are things that I like that I'm looking for. Like, I was looking for some new shoes to play pickleball in. I have some Hokas that I like because they help my ankles a lot. And Hokas are kind of ugly, but they are great. Like, the head basketball trainer at Arkansas was like, hey, I know they don't look the best of the goofy shoes. He was like, but if you wear Hokas, they're basically athletic orthopedic shoes. And he has their players train in them that have ankle injuries, foot injuries, tendon injuries near that area. And he goes, that's why nurses wear them all the time. Not because they have bad feet, because they don't want to have injuries on their feet all day. And so I started wearing Hokas, which, again, 80% of them look terrible. Or they just look so goofy.
I don't feel like they're that
They do. The
bad.
big brand on the side. They're very goofy looking shoes. As far as like trendy shoes would go, from somebody who enjoys an occasional shoe. So I was like, I'm never going to buy Hokas. They look just so goofy. They're awesome. And so I have a pair of black ones that are pretty standard looking, but they're still a little goofy. But they're the best shoes I've ever had for working out in. And so I was looking for some other similar ones, and I couldn't find them. I went to the Hoka site. I went to a couple different shoe places, but the shoe places I usually shop don't carry Hokas. It's a pretty like fashion shoe place. And all of a sudden on my Instagram, 3 pair exactly like I was looking for, meaning solid, were served right up to me. And I was like, thank you for stealing my information. I needed that. That I liked.
That we can appreciate.
But if they're recording me pooping, don't like.
Right.
Because
Or they're going to blackmail you.
Because how are they getting that?
Micro blackmail you.
Well, for micro reasons. Yeah, that would be I'd like to do like a long podcast with an expert that can explain that to me. Because I know it's bad. Like, on the surface, right? They're getting information from us that they shouldn't be getting, and that is wrong. Because people shouldn't be taking something from us without us knowing about it, and then using it to their advantage without us knowing about it. That fundamentally is wrong. but they did give me some good hokas.
But we do know about it.
Not really. So we didn't for a long time, and we don't know what they're taking from air fryers. It's the whole point of the story.
We don't know, but I mean, like after you start seeing hokas, you're like, got it. That's my.
Why would your air fryer
We've
need-
known the social media part of it, but that's the point about that last story. Like the refrigerator, anything smart that connects to the internet.
So the air fryer.
Anything smart that connects to the internet can also, they can see what you're doing on the internet if done the right way.
Dang.
So what you're telling me is don't get an air fryer.
No.
I'm just saying
It's a
anything
specific
smart.
kind.
Oh.
It could be a washer or dryer, and that's what the article was saying. Anything smart that you can control
Speakers,
from your
Sonos.
phone, that has connectivity to it. There are ways for them to be inside of that, even legally, because we've probably clicked I acknowledge.
I'm throwing that light bulb away.
But even the I acknowledge, they should change that. They should break it down, ELI 5 on the acknowledgements.
This
Going
is
dark, Eddie?
kind of similar, but like, why every website? This is what I don't understand about cookies. Is like, why do I always have to say accept all cookies?
Because they want the information from. You don't have to accept it.
Oh,
all.
I never accept them. You're not getting my
I
cookies.
thought I didn't. I thought I wouldn't be able to see
But
everything.
then you can't go to the website, right?
Sure.
Nah, it's limited.
It's limited, sure, or it covers part of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't need that.
But a cookie, and Mike, if you give me the exact definition of cookies, I'm going to say this wrong. But a cookie is basically information, right? But first of all, cookies are amazing.
Yeah, cookies are great.
Like your
It's
data.
what you remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it knows your preferences. But what also when it knows your preferences and what you've, it also they have the ability to share your preferences.
Yeah, you're giving them access to everything.
It sends it to your browser, and so your browser, whatever your browser is, gets all your preferences. The site gets your. So again, it's all information. That's why that Cambridge Analytica was such a crazy documentary. If you ever watch it on Netflix, because they were able to use all that information and basically flip an election.
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever fix the Ring doorbell camera?
I don't know. I
Problem?
don't know what's wrong with it.
Oh, they were looking at our camera.
I wish I could watch everybody's Ring doorbell camera. I would.
Oh, you get bored.
Yeah, you're probably right. I would probably get bored. But Raymundo likes to watch that thing where like he goes to a beach and watches some camera.
He can go anywhere in the world.
If you could just like go to anybody's Ring doorbell, that'd be fun to watch for porch pirates and like catch them and like screenshot them.
Yeah, but this is people with awesome balconies that are at the most exotic and exclusive places in the world, not just a boring front door. This is like a patio. We got the Eiffel Tower, somebody in the tropical jungle.
Yeah, Ring doorbell for me.
Did y'all know the Eiffel Tower was originally considered? I think you can fact check me on this. Brazil, maybe.
Yeah, for
and they
another
thought
country.
it was too ugly, and they didn't want it.
Will you please say that again? That it was
Okay,
in Brazil
the
or from
Eiffel
Brazil?
Tower was originally intended for another country, not in Paris, France. And whoever it was going to be given to, they thought, I think it was real.
It was. I think it was Spain.
Okay, it's fine, whatever, somewhere. They thought it was ugly, so they didn't want it. And now it's one of the top tourist attractions. So, you miss out on a lot of people coming to your country because they want to see the Eiffel Tower.
I was thinking because Brazil's a long way away.
Yeah, so
Well, what was
side of
it?
the world.
I think
don't
it's
know.
Spain. I
It
think
was
Yeah,
Spain?
Barcelona.
Oh, it started with a B.
Spain.
No.
No, Brazil.
I said Brazil. It was
got it.
Barcelona.
Oh, so you're gonna fight for the letter B?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
got
it
it,
was
yeah,
just,
yeah.
I had it in my
I
mind.
was thinking that's a long boat ride to get that thing from Brazil over to.
Right. I just
Yeah.
had it in my mind as a B, but I thought, do you think sometimes they're like, dang, we should have accepted that kid?
Did you know Spain has a king? No. Did you know that? They have a king,
but not
dude.
not a real one.
Really?
I do know this.
I saw it in a news
but he
article.
doesn't
like,
have any
king,
ruling power. I don't believe.
But he's just the king.
Okay, but think about. I was gonna say London. Think
Queen.
about England.
Yeah.
The Queen really has no power.
Right. There's no, the Parliament decides things, right?
Let's see if he does have a thing. Let's see, Mike. Will you? Because the Spanish king could actually make laws. I don't know.
I've never.
I just
heard of the
think
Spanish
all those
king.
European kings and queens. I feel like they're all just like wear medals and like get money.
Sure, crowns and stuff.
So because I don't know who that is. Mike, who's the Spanish king?
Felipe.
That is
King
one name.
Felipe.
The sixth.
Is that like Cher?
That is awesome.
And what he doesn't get elected though, right?
You're born into royalty.
So because Spain is not
It's not
a
what.
dictatorship.
He's been king since 2014.
Oh, so
10
maybe
10 years.
So okay, hold on then. Was his dad king, or did he get voted king?
His dad was king, Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos.
Okay, does
And
Spain
then-
have a president?
Let's see.
I feel like they do.
if they have a president, then the king has limited roles, but he still could have roles.
Or they might have like
They have a prime minister.
Prime minister.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Okay.
There's a prime minister of Spain.
And he's the head of the government. The prime minister is.
And so what's the king do? Chill?
It says he's head of state, commander-in-chief of the armed forces,
That's cool.
political influence. That's about it.
So he's an influencer?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also
Wow.
the leader of the military.
Does he get good discounts?
What do you mean, commander in chief? So I said.
Yeah, it's a king. You're born into that. You think I give that somebody born into that in a democracy,
Yeah.
the military?
It's just weird, man. I've always heard of King,
That's the
Queen Elizabeth, King Charles, whatever, but like King of Spain, never heard of that dude.
Will you look up, Mike, the Queen of England? Because I want to see if her roles are described in the same way, because they're not. That's not her role.
I mean, she's just influencer, right?
Has to be.
Just that.
She's just a public figure, right?
Yeah.
Like just for
I think she.
to wave at the crowd.
No, she actually is in meetings to have input.
Yeah.
Like she can make decisions.
No, she can't. Like, if
'Cause
she
they
wanted
have-
to make a law, she can't be
No, she
like,
can't make
oh,
a
yeah,
law.
Okay.
that's the parliament
But-
people.
Yes, but she can be an influence. Like all the stuff with Winston Churchill, like she would be in those meetings with him and Mike.
Is there a queen right now, or is it just the king?
It's king. It's
just
king.
king
but
now.
King Charles now.
Because
but-
she died, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
she died.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless we're breaking news here.
No.
But she was old.
Yeah.
So yeah, what does it describe the king's roles
Let me
as?
see. I'm
Oh,
looking
wait,
at-
the queen doesn't come. They don't get a new queen.
There goes the king. Her oldest son was now the king.
Charles.
Her dad was the king.
Oh, okay, so okay.
But her dad wasn't the king.
Who was?
Remember, her dad's brother, and he gave it up.
Oh, that sounds
Like,
familiar.
Oh yeah, he left. That's right.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been the queen.
Yeah,
But without that,
you're right. I watched The
Okay,
Crown.
so
was that
then-
all in the crown?
Yes,
so
it
then
was in
they-
The Crown.
it's in history.
Yeah.
That
Well, but-
Charles guy is the king now, and his son is the hairy guy.
But
Harry's one of the sons.
William and
William's
Harry are-
older.
Yeah, William. will
Oh,
be
so
the-
William will be the king, and Harry will just be a nobody.
Because Harry's in America.
Harry was like, peace out.
Harry's the younger. Yeah. So does it say anything about?
This is how it should be described.
So dumb.
This
Harry.
says the king or the queen is the head of state, but it kind of
just
just
using
sounds like
words,
they're
bro.
the influencer.
Yeah, they're using words. I can't imagine a European country is giving someone born into it head of the military.
Yeah.
They might, but like Spain's like a developed.
They're a legit country.
It's not like the Roman Empire where somebody's
Yeah,
cousin, so they
yeah.
get the military.
Caesar.
Yeah, how about that? Well, we know nothing, by the way. I like learning historical stuff on this part of the podcast.
I do too, but I feel like it's a lot of pressure on Mike. Because, I mean, we're literally, Mike, what is this? And Mike has to
But I
figure
feel
it
like
out.
all over the world, there's lots of
Kings and queens?
kings all over. Like
And some of them do get to make laws and rules. My point was Europe is very Western.
Yes.
And I could not see a king of Spain being a dictator. There are literal dictators,
like in Coming to America.
That's
which
a
is
movie.
which is historical.
That's a movie.
McDougal's loved
I know,
it.
but his
McDowell's.
dad,
Whatever it is, couldn't get enough of it.
his dad was a king. You know.
Yes. And he was a prince.
Yeah. But like in a country, it's like what?
I don't remember
So
the country.
so King Charles has to sign off on all the laws.
Apparently.
So whenever the legislation passed, again, this is all. It's just basically a formality when this happens. When it's done, but he has to sign off on it.
Wow. Even though he doesn't agree, just signs it.
yeah.
He's probably like, give it to me.
Yeah, no. What am I doing today? No. Okay. Okay. So today we learned, and we'll go to a mid roll here. We'll take a break for a second too, but we'll come back. Today we learned that the Eiffel Tower came from Spain.
No, it was going to be given to
was-
Barcelona, and they rejected it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yep.
Whoever made it was like, I want to gift this to you, Barcelona. And they were like, that's ugly. We don't want it. So they were like, okay, Paris. Paris was like, it's ugly, but we'll take it. And now Paris is probably glad they took it.
The Eiffel Tower was built by Gustave Eiffel.
A French guy. That sounds like a French dude.
I believe
Gustav.
is Gustav. I don't know. Is Gustav French or
He's
German?
a French engineer.
Is Gustav the name French or German though? Because that sounds German.
I think it's French because Ratatouille. I think one of
Oh,
the guys'
good.
name is Gustav.
How about this? What if I say it like this? Gustav. Now is it German?
Possibly.
Mhm. Hey, how about this? Gustav, if he dies, he dies.
Oh, gosh, that's Russian.
Tell me
now.
that's not. Oh, that he's not
Oh,
German.
yeah.
No, he's Russian. But did you know that actor, though, he's not even Russian? I think he's German.
I think he's German.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
He lives like down the road.
Right. He does? He lives in Nashville?
Yeah, I think so.
Stop.
I think.
Ivan Dragos lives in Nashville.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, guys. Gustave Eiffel was born in France to German immigrant parents.
Hey, we're both right.
Or both wrong. How do you want to see it?
And I think he's Swedish.
Who is?
Dolph.
Yeah.
And he lives in Nashville.
I don't know that for sure. Mike, will you see where Dolph Lundgren lives?
Dude, that'd be amazing.
He did live here?
Yeah, because we're going to book him to come in studio about a year and a half ago. So
Whoa.
as of a year and a half ago, he lived here in Nashville.
And he wanted to build us an Eiffel Tower. We're like, too ugly. We don't want it.
Yeah.
It all comes back around. Okay.
Good stuff.
Take a break. We'll come back.